In this video, I want to explain a little bit about block planes and how to use them and how to adjust them. So we have several different types here, even this little small one, real tiny. It's called an instrument maker's block plane, and it's for really small parts. So people who make luthiers would make, people who make guitars, violins, and things like that would use this for smaller parts, really small parts. A block plane. So generally block planes are smaller than bench planes. That's the other general type of plane, is a bench plane, and we'll do another video on those. But we're going to be using the block planes soon, and this is what they look like. They're a little smaller, and the one thing that does make it a block plane, probably something you don't really need to know, but just any plane, even if it's big or small, if the bevel is up like this, it's a block plane. The bench planes, the bevels are down like that. The blade will be in the plane like that. On a block plane, they're in there like this. Interesting facts. All right, so generally to use them, there's a little wheel or knob on the back, and if you turn it clockwise, it'll move the blade in. If you turn it counterclockwise, or like you're loosening it, it's going to move the blade out. So, for example, let me move some of these so you can see. If I was going to cut this and it's not, you can hear and see it's not cutting anything, I need to turn this clockwise a little bit. And it's taking a little bit, so I'm going to go a little more. Okay, you can see it's making shavings, you can hear it cutting. Now, if it was cutting too much, in other words, it was too hard to push it through, or you're not getting a nice finish, it's taking too much material off, you need to turn it clockwise, counterclockwise. So I would do, now the only thing, if you're backing it out, say I back it out a little bit, you always want to do what's called taking up the backlash, or the slack, or the play. All the same thing. And I'll probably tell you need to do all three of those things. So I move the blade out a little bit. Now I'm going to just so you can see there's a little, see that? That's what's called play, or backlash. It's moving, it's not really doing anything to the blade. So now it was all the way out there, and now I'm going to just go snug it right up, just snug it. I'm not really going to push it in anymore unless I need to, and I'll check that here. I pushed it out, and now it's cutting a nice, now I'm going to go just a hair more in, so I'm going to turn it clockwise. And the reason for that is if you pull the blade out and don't take up the backlash, when you go to use it, it's going to push the blade back and it won't cut, and it won't be adjusted correctly. So you always want to remember to take up the play, or the backlash. All right. Hope that helps.